Yes, students. Today we are going to discuss very important topic, that is meaning of accounting, and we will also discuss what are the features or characteristics of a accounting, and you can also say what are the steps of accounting. It's very important topic. Now, first of all, we are going to discuss its proper definition. What is the definition of accounting? Just read it. Accounting is a systematic process of identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting, and communicating financial information. Now, what it means? These are seven steps: identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting, and communicating the financial information. These are features as well as these are steps of accounting, and we will discuss one by one. What is the meaning of identification? First of all, we will do meaning of identification. Now check it. What is the meaning of identification? Yes. What is identifying? Selection of transactions to be recorded. First step in accounting is we have to make selection of transactions which will be recorded in your books of account. It means there are so many transactions that are occur in your business organizations, but main thing is all transactions will not be recorded in the books of account. First step is we have to identify which transaction is to be recorded and which transaction is to not to be recorded. Now, what transaction will be recorded? Only those transactions which are related to organizations. And second main thing is that transactions which are financial in nature. Only that transactions which are financial in nature will be recorded in the books of account, and all other non-financial transactions will not be recorded. Now, next important thing is what is the meaning of financial in nature? Financial in nature means only those transactions will be recorded that can be measured in terms of money, and that transaction which cannot be measured in terms of money, we will not record in the books of account. That is the first step. In first step, we have to identify which transaction is to be recorded. Now, take one example. What is the example of financial transactions? Like suppose your business organization has purchased any kind of raw material, or suppose if there is any sale of goods, then these transactions can be measured in terms of money. Why? Because if there is any purchase of raw materials, or there is any sale of goods, we have to issue bills, or we will receive bills, receipts. Then at all the bills or receipts, there will be monetary value of all that goods and material. Means whatever any salary is paid, any cash is received, all these goods, cash can be measured in terms of money. That's why that's first step is identifying. Now, what is the now second step? After the first step, next step is measuring. Now, what is measuring? Expressing the business transactions in terms of money. Now, in the first step, what we have discussed, identifying. Now, after we have identified which transaction will be recorded, then After that, all the business transaction will be expressed in terms of what? Money. Means all transactions and events will be measured in terms of your common measurement unit. Now in country, in India, our common measurement unit is this, that is rupees, that is in money. Means all the business transactions to measure in terms of money. Suppose your business organization has purchased 200 chairs of at the rate of 1000 each. And what is the total monetary value of that chairs is 2 lakh. Then 5 machines are also purchased at the rate 10,000 each. Total money value is 50,000. Your business organization also has purchased 10 tables at the rate 500 each, and total monetary value is 5,000. Now, what value we will record in our books of account? What value? That monetary value. What is monetary value? Chairs monetary value is 2 lakh, machines monetary value is 50,000, and tables monetary value is 5,000. It means what value we will record in our books of account? That rupees 2 lakh, 50,000 and 5,000. We will not record that numbers. 200 chairs, 5 machines, 10 tables, because we have to convert all these number of chairs, number of machines, number of tables into one common measurement unit, that is in rupees. We have converted. Now, next thing is there are some transactions which cannot be measured in terms of money. Now, these transactions we will not record in our books of account. However, they are important. We will not record. Suppose quality of management team. Your management team is very qualified. Manager is very experienced. You have appointed any manager. Suppose any manager has given any kind of resignation. If there is any kind of strike made by your employees, means these events are very important for your business organization. But that event cannot be measured in terms of money. That's why these events which cannot be measured in terms of money, we will not record in our books of account. And that was the second step, measuring. What is measuring? All the business transaction we have to express in terms of money. Now, after measuring, third step is recording. Now, what is recording? Business transactions of financial nature will be recorded in journal. Now, after we have measured which transactions are of a financial nature, then all the business transaction we have to record. Now, the next question is, all the business transaction we have to record where? Where first of all we have to record our business transaction in what book? We have to prepare a separate book, and that book is called journal book. Now suppose your business is very small, or transactions are suppose small, then all the transactions, all the business transactions you can record in a single book, that is journal book. Now suppose your business is very large, transactions are very big, then that journal book can be divided into a various subsidiary books. Means Instead of passing all business transactions in a single book, we can divide that journal book into a separate books, and that books are called what? Subsidiary books. Like suppose one first is cash book. In cash book, we will record only what transaction? Cash transactions. In purchase book, we will record only what transactions? Only credit purchase of goods. In sale book, we will record only credit sale of goods. Means for different kinds of transaction, we will prepare different books. Like purchase done book, if there is any return of credit purchase, we have purchased goods on credit, then suppose goods are defective, we have returned goods, then for that purpose what book can be purchased, can we maintain? Purchase return book. And same way there are some other books also. Okay, that is the next step is recording. In recording, we have to record all the business transactions in a separate book, and that separate book is called journal book, and that journal book can also be categorized into subsidiary books. Now, next step. Next step is classifying. Now, what is classifying? Grouping of transactions of same type in separate account. Now, first of all, what is mean? After we have prepared our journal book, then we have to make separate accounts of each parties, whether it is customer, any supplier, whatever any expenses has been incurred, like any wages has been paid, any salary has been paid. Means for all parties, for all heads, we have to prepare separate accounts. Now check it. First of all, we have to prepare journal book, and after that we have to prepare ledger. In ledger book, we have to prepare all accounts, different accounts. Like suppose any purchases account, any machinery account. Suppose at the end of year or at the end of any particular year, particular month, or after 15 days, we want to check what amount of purchases we have made during that period. Then from which account we can know that purchases account. Suppose if we want to know what amount is due to or due from any person, then we can prepare customer account or supplier account. It means for different parties, we have to prepare different accounts, and that accounts are prepared in a separate book that is called ledger. And this process is called classifying process. Now, next, after classifying, we are going to discuss next step. Next step is summarizing. Now, what is summarizing? Presentation of classified data in understandable and useful manner for management and its users. Now, what it means? Now, you are doing business. Now, after the preparation of journal book, after we have classified data, we have to present that data to its users. Who can be its users? Its management, its owners, and there are some other users also. We have to present that classified data to its users, any management owners. Now, in what form we have to present data? In a simple manner, in a understandable and useful manner, so that the management can easily understood from that data. Means it is just a presentation of classify data to its management or its users in a simple way. Now, what steps are covered under summarizing process? In this process, generally we will prepare our financial statements, like we prepare trading account. The purpose of trading account is to know our gross profit or gross loss. And again, we can prepare profit and loss account or statement of profit in case of companies. The purpose is to know the business net profit or loss. And at the last, to know about the financial position, we can prepare balance sheet. These are some financial statements we have to prepare, and we have to provide these financial statements to its management and its users. Now, next step after summarizing is interpretation. Now, what is interpretation? Just read it. Analyzing and interpreting of financial information, financial data, which is helpful for its management, meaningful data. Yes, again, I'm repeating. What is interpretation? Analyzes and interpretation of financial data, which is helpful to make a meaningful judgment. Now, what it means? Just wait. Yes. Now, in the last step, we have prepared our financial statement. Now, after we have prepared financial statement like trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet, we have to analyze. What we have to analyze, where our business is going on, whether at the end of year we are earning profit or we are suffering any kind of loss. It means at the end, interpretation means we have to analyze whether we are growing or not, what is our result, and we have to interpret where our business is going on. We have to analyze and interpret the financial data to make a what? We have to make a judgment about our business, like what is the our profitability position, what is the financial position of company, and what is the purpose. It helps in planning for future in a better way. What is the purpose of analyzing and interpretation? We can check the position of our profitability and financial position, and these all kind of analysis interpretation is helpful to make any kind of future planning for our business organizations. That is the purpose of interpretation. Now, next step is communication. Is last step communication. Now, what is the meaning of communication? After we have analyzed and interpreted the financial information, we have to communicate. We have to communicate the financial statements to its users. Now, what are users means? There are different kind of persons who are interested in your organization, who are interested in your accounting information, and all the financial statement, all the financial information we have to provide to these users, to these persons. And these users can be of two types, internal and external. What are internal? Like who have direct interest in your business organizations, like any owners, any management. Owners has direct interest in your organization because owners has invested capital in business organizations. Naturally, they will be interested whether their business organization is growing or not. In the same way, there are some external person also, like any banks, any investors, and creditors, public. These are some persons who are interested in your business organizations, and all the financial information we have to provide to these persons. The last step, communication of information. And in brief, I am again discussing, repeating. First step is identifying. In the first step, what we have to make? We have to make a selection. What transaction will be recorded? And in second step, we have to measure. Whatever the whatever the transaction will be recorded, we have to measure in terms of what? In terms of money. And third step, recording. What is recording? After the business transaction we have measured, we have to record in a separate book, that is journal book. And after that, next step is ledger book, and that is classifying. After the journal book, we have to prepare ledger counts, and all the ledger counts are prepared in a separate book, that is ledger book. And what is summarizing? After the ledger book, we have to prepare some financial statement, and all the financial statement we have to present to its management and its users. And what is interpretation? And in the interpretation level, we have to analyze and interpret the financial information to find out a meaningful judgment about the business financial position and its profitability position. And last step, we have to provide, we have to communicate, we have to share the information of business organization with its users. That are some features and steps of accounting.